following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got a great show for you guys today. Ron's running a little bit late, so he'll be here in a second. And so I'll do all our advertising things and get them out of the way first. But we have a great show for you guys today. We have actor, writer, producer Jerry. I don't even know how you pronounce his last name. Hauck, possibly. And then we have Freedom Williams from CNC Music Factory coming on, so it should be a lot of fun. And before we get started with all of that, I want to do some little advertising things. Number one, I have another podcast called AI Filmmaker with Jimmy Star, and it's also got an Instagram page and a YouTube channel, and it's on all the podcast sites. It's under the category of film history because it's talking about where the movie industry is going. And I am number 2 of all the podcasts in film history, and I just passed Turner Classic Movies. They're number 4, and I'm number 2. So I want to thank everybody who tuned in and listened to it. It's very cool, and I really appreciate it. And my brand new book, AI Filmmaker with Jimmy Star, The Complete Guide to Artificial Intelligence in Filmmaking, How AI is Changing the Way Movies Are Written, Financed, Produced, Marketed, and Distributed, is now available at jimmystarauthor.com if you want a signed copy. Or you can get it at Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, all the other kinds of places. So the book is out. The podcast is out. You can follow us on AI Filmmaker with Jimmy Star is the Instagram, and that's also the YouTube channel. Want to see a few people joining us. We have Carbonek from, Carbonek is from Ireland. And yes, I have been to Ireland. They're asking me, and Cindy Lady Lake is in there. Stefan Daniel Bell from Medica Tour is in there. Should be a lot of other people will be joining us, but it's cool. And also want everybody to know Mothman Red Eyes Rising episode 4 is out. We're going to play it later today in the show, and I think you guys will dig it. We're at about 400,000 views since Monday, and so that's a lot of fun. Also, you can listen to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell every week. On our home station, W4CY Radio, which is a great station. It's the best. We've been here for about 18 years. You can also hear us on Libsyn, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. So check it out. I think you guys will dig it. We're doing really well. Actually, I have the Indie Sound with Jimmy Star, Collector's Corner with Jimmy Star, Dark Frights Horror News with Jimmy Star, AI Filmmaker with Jimmy Star, and Jimmy Star Show and Ron Russell. And all of them are either number 1 or 2 in their respective categories on Apple Podcasts this week. So you got to love it. Jeff Caperton just joined us in the chat room. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Hope all is well. I also want to say I have started a new book series, and they're all I already have a bunch of books, you guys. I have Gator Jack, and I have, oh my God, I just had a brain fart. The Blackout Man, Gator Jack, Bunny Man, and who's my other one? Now I have to look it up. Anyway, I started a new series, and then I decided I'm going to go and compete with Marvel, you guys. And so Mothman, I should have remembered. That's the biggest one. So we started a brand new thing. It's called Dark Star Universe, and it's basically horror icon universe where we're creating horror characters to take over the world the same way they do with Marvel, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys could follow us on Instagram at Dark Star Universe, and we're also on Facebook, Dark Star Universe, and like the page, we would appreciate it. So it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so Ron's joining us now, and he's coming in. Oh, he's got to get his stuff on though, so we have to wait a minute. Anyway, so check out the book, get the book, check out the new episodes of Mothman Red Eyes Rising, and let's put Ron's microphone on and get him all rocking and rolling and ready to go. Okay, say something because you've already been introduced.
I'm suffering terror. I had medicine. The reason I'm late is I had eye drops in that had to take 10 minutes to work or 20 minutes. I suffer terribly from the desert, the sand. It's a fine sand. It's like dust. It's so fine you don't even see it. And it affects my eyes. I have dry eyes and my sinuses and my voice, everything. I get very, very sick. I had this happen to me years ago, and I had to move to Florida for better air. And I'm doing the same thing all over again. So excuse me for being, this is wrong. Excuse me for being late.
That's okay. So we want to tell everybody too that Stefan Daniel Bell's been revamping Jimmy Star's World. You guys, you can see all the new projects that we're doing there. It's jimmystarsworld.com. Check it out, and I think you guys will dig it. And they said in Florida that where Cindy lives, they have Sahara dust. I don't know what that is, but somebody from Ireland, our new person in the chat room, Carbon X, says that you look very chic.
What?
You look very chic.
Chic?
Yes.
I look like shit. That's. I think you mispronounced chic. It was supposed to be shit.
They said you look like a beat poet.
Like a who?
A beat poet. You gotta love it. So you guys, I don't know too if you want to put that on.
Stop.
Okay.
Just stop. I'm not in the mood because today I'm going to be swinging. I'll be hitting you with all kinds of objects, whatever I could find that can do damage.
You don't need that.
I'm going to want to lose it.
Oh, okay.
Whatever object can damage you, I will be hitting you with.
Oh, she said it's dust from the Sahara Desert.
What?
She said it's dust from the Sahara Desert. And,
My ass is from the Sahara Desert. It's from here, Palm Springs. The mountains are blowing off. Hear my voice. I mean, I hate this. I can't do it. Luckily, I'm not working on that film yet. We haven't begun working on it.
But we do have an update for that, you guys, with the Mob show.
The Mob movie. But I mean, it's
TV
just
series.
terrible what goes on. Frank Sinatra lived here, and he had fear of this desert dust. He really did, because he also was affected by desert dust. You don't see it. It's all over your house. It's on your furniture. It's on your clothing. It's in the air. You are in a desert, and the desert is not meant for people. It never was.
So Ron's TV series, LA Mob Story, they believe it's going to start filming before the end of the year. They're still in the fundraising stages, but it's going well. They've got a great cast secured for it.
We're casted. We're ready to roll.
And they're ready to roll. And I'm a co-producer, and I'm also the publicist for it, so it should be a lot of fun. And
I don't want to have, I'm using an accent, my Brooklyn accent, and I don't know how my Brooklyn accent will sound with this gravel voice. It might be very nice. It might be good. Let's see. Get over here. What are you talking about? Don't give me that shit, Jimmy. What are you talking about? Get over here. I need to have some light on me. I can't be in the dark all the time.
You can practice it later today because our second guest is from Brooklyn.
So the minute I hear Brooklynese, I swing right into it. Don't forget, when I learned to speak in Brooklyn. When I went down to play with the kids and stuff. I mean, we all sounded the same.
Yeah, it's fun. You gotta love it.
But the sunglasses is because the drops I put in my eyes hurt.
We got bright lights.
I'm telling you, it's for the birds. Just for the birds.
I love it.
Oh well.
Lady Lake wrote something about like Brenda Vaccaro, but I'm not sure.
What?
They said you sound like Brenda Vaccaro
I sound like
or Kathleen Turner.
I know Brenda. I know Brenda, and Brenda had a very, very hoarse voice. Why? Sometimes, Brenda was on a TV series that I wrote horse on, and I forgot the name. I think it was called Sarah.
Yeah, it was called Sarah. I
It was
remember that
called
now.
Sarah, yeah, and she would shout all the time because she was Italian, and the more she shouted, the raspier her voice got until she lost her voice.
They
But
also say you sound like Kathleen Turner.
Can I sound like a guy? Do I have to sound like chicks all the time? I'll go put a pair of tits on and do a belly dance for you.
There you go.
Anyway, today's guest, who is it?
We have two different guests coming on. The first one, I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name. I think it's Hauck.
Well, Jimmy, why do you always have problem with names?
I just do, because he spells it Hauck.
Yeah, Hauck.
So Jerry Hauck, and then we have Freedom Williams from CNC Music Factory.
Who?
Freedom Williams from CNC Music Factory.
Freedom Williams?
Yes, you will know his music because he has one of the biggest. He's like CeCe Peniston. He has one of the biggest dance songs in the history of music.
Well, why doesn't he change his name?
Why? What's the matter with Freedom Williams?
I mean, call himself Smith.
Yeah.
I forgot his name already. Well, all that stuff, it's too many names. What is it? What is his name?
He really just goes by Freedom, but it's Freedom Williams.
Okay, Freedom. I like that.
It's cool. He's very cool, and I'm super excited that we have him
in
coming
this
on.
business, years ago, you could have fancy names because people had memories. People were smarter. They had they remembered things. Today, with the short memory of everybody, nobody has time for names. We have to have names like stupid, little initials.
Well,
anyway,
who knows? So let's bring on our first guest. Let's bring
him
in.
on. Bring him on. Let's have him.
Hey, Jerry, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Jimmy and Ron? Good to see you.
Good to see
I'm
you
not
too.
doing so hot with this fucking desert sand, but
I've watched since the moment you came on. I am very aware of your situation, and my heart goes out to you.
And I'm gonna, do the show today at a not easy. Okay.
I'm glad that we can hear you well. First of all.
Oh, good.
So I have a question. Number one, are you on a phone?
I am.
Is there any way you can turn it sideways or no?
No, really?
Will it go sideways?
Makes a bigger picture.
No, my phone might not be set up that way.
No, you're
okay. You're okay. Don't worry about it if it doesn't, because we don't want to have a problem. We can see you well. At least you're centered in the middle, so that's good.
Okay.
All right. So how do I pronounce your last name?
Hauck.
Hauck.
Oh,
okay.
Hauck.
See, I was wrong.
Do you remember the old Yankees manager, Ralph Hauck? It was Houck. Anyway, that's the same pronouncing. It's as if it was spelled Houck. It's Hauck.
Right.
Or Howk.
All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actor, writer, producer, Jerry Hauck. Yay!
That's it. Thank you. Great to be here. I probably drove by you guys last night. I drove from Vegas to LA last night.
Oh, I don't know if you pass us when you go to LA.
Are you guys in Palm Springs?
Yeah, we're in Palm Springs.
Oh, yeah. No. I'd have been north of you for sure.
There you go.
No, if you're going from Vegas, you had to pass Palms. You were on 10.
No, I was on the 15 all the way.
Oh, 15. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that because we were going to drive somebody when we were in Vegas for Ron's
No, if you're on
movie,
the
and we
10,
didn't
you go
do
to
it.
10 goes to Palm Springs.
So what were you
Yes.
doing in Vegas? First of all, let me introduce. So you already know Ron. This is my cool, outrageous, cool about man. Cool man about town, Ron Russell. We have a chat
We're
room.
really doing good tonight.
I know. We have a chat room with people. People love us because we just make mistakes.
We're really doing good.
I picked the right day, right?
It's every day is like that anyway.
Would you believe we're on the air 18 years and they haven't kicked us off for stupidity?
So far, so good as far as I can tell. Looking good.
Yeah, we're doing good.
18 years of this crap.
I mean, we're a lot better than we used to. It used to be we would come on and when we used Skype and Skype would disappear and we never edited anything. We always put everything out. So with all the mistakes and all the problems and the people can't get on and all that stuff, we aired all of it. I think that's why people liked it though, because it was real.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
Everybody joins in our show. Our show belongs to everyone.
That's
to the
great.
guests and to the public. And everybody feels like they're a part of it. I do. I mean, look at me. I tell the truth that I'm falling apart. I'm 86 years old, and
Wow, 86. That's amazing. You look
every,
great.
everything happens at 86. The body just gives up, and that's what
That's
the
why they call it 86. You're 86, you
that's
know?
right. You're
You're
86.
gone.
The doctor said to me, Ron, you're 86. Your immune system is half of what it was when you were 20. I said, I'm aware of that, you stupid fuck, and this is what I pay you for? To tell me this bullshit?
So Hub Reynolds just joined us in the
Anyway.
chat. So just say hi to the chat room because people are showing up in the chat room now. Just
Everybody
say,
in the chat room, how you doing? Jerry Hauck
The
here.
nitty gritty. Who are you and what do you do? How do you
Y-
like that? For an
You're
opener?
asking me that?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm Jerry Hauck. I'm an actor, and I've been an actor in Los Angeles since I've been here since '84. And most recently, I've had pretty much my biggest success in the Amazon Prime Video television series called Jury Duty Presents Company Retreat, where people might recognize me.
Go slow. What is that?
It's called Jury Duty Present. I didn't know it was called Jury Duty Presents
Jerry,
Company Retreat.
Jerry.
Jury Duty.
Who?
Jury.
Oh, jury duty. See?
Jury Duty.
So listen, here's what I wrote down. An unsuspecting hero is put through a series of real-life activities. Unbeknownst to him, the activities are elaborately staged by other actors. So first of all, this show was a huge hit.
Yes.
And I found you on Instagram, and I was like, because I've actually seen. I didn't watch the whole 10. I think there's 10 episodes, maybe.
Well, there's 8 and then 2 special episodes. But that,
yeah, I didn't watch all of them, but I watched some of them to see who you were. You're very good. You're very funny.
Oh,
How did you get involved in this in the first place? Because this is a really big credit, and you're a very well-known character actor. Because when you look at your list of things, which I'm going to read off later, all the different, like you've been on every major television show basically that there is in the last 30 years.
well, it's like Ron. I'm old. I've been around forever.
No, I'm not old.
Some of my earliest credits might be just radio. I'm not sure,
I know that works out. Actually, we should just brag about that a little bit. So you guys, here's some
So
of
Jerry, never say you're old. You say you're vintage.
Sounds good to me.
and he's working all the time. So he's working all the time. So you guys, here's a few of the things that you might have seen Jerry in on television. These are just TV series, not including Jury Duty Presents, where he's like one of the main people. But he's been in 6 Feet Under, ER, Malcolm in the Middle, Superstore, Ballers.
Whatever happened to 6 Feet Under?
It went 6 feet under. No, it ended eventually. So, just like any other TV series.
That show. That was
a great show. Great show.
Ballers with Dwayne Johnson, you guys. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Monk, Mary Happy, whatever. That one I didn't know what it was. Not for Nothing, 10 Days in the Valley, Eli Stone. I love that show. Speechless, Blunt Talk, Seinfeld, How to Get Away with Murder, great show. House, True Detective, Hot in Cleveland, Anger Management, CSI, Scandal, The Middle, Happy Endings, My Name is Earl, VIP, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Step by Step, Third Rock from the Sun, Falcon Crest, Moonlighting, Hill Street Blues, LA Law, Highway to Heaven, The Brady's, and Major Dad. And there's a bunch more, you guys. I just wrote down the ones I actually knew what they were, except for that one.
Now, did you have to sleep with everybody at those parts?
No, the only one I slept with was my wife, and she wants to know where all the money is from all these shows.
So wait, how did you just? So 1984, you still would have been. How long is that? 24. That's a long time ago. 1984. That's like
yes, 86 was the first network TV show I did. Hill Street Blues, a scene with Dennis Franz on Hill Street Blues, and that was 40 years ago. It's crazy.
So that means you would have already been in your 20s. How did you decide you were going to be an actor? 30s. Did you decide you were gonna what did you do before you became an actor?
Yes, I did all the musicals and plays in high school and college at San Francisco State University, and then majored in alcohol and cocaine for a number of years, which I got straight A's. And so then, the 70s were just crazy. And but so I kind of got away from it. But then when I turned 25, I gave all that stuff up, got into seriously pursuing an acting career in San Francisco. And did a lot of stuff there until finally in '84 came down to LA to live the classic actor waiter existence for a number of years.
Are you actually from California?
Yes, San Francisco.
Oh, so you're from San Francisco, and you're
Correct.
not gay. That's pretty cool.
I'm the one guy. Yeah, believe me. San Francisco State and College, I was in demand.
That's hilarious. I love it. All right, so then how did you get on Jury Duty Presents? Because it's a very big credit and it's a very popular show. Did you have
It
to
is.
audition, or how did they find you?
I did. What happened was that I have agents and a manager, and they sent me an audition for the show. Now, it's called Jury Duty Presents Company Retreat because 3 years ago in 2023, there was a show called Jury Duty
Yes.
originally.
A very
And
good
that
show.
was
That was good too.
fantastic show. And the character there, Ron, he got his jury summons. He went there, and everything else was fake. He was the only juror that was real. The other 11 jurors were all actors, the judge, lawyers, criminals. The whole thing was fake except for him. So now our show is the same deal, except we've got a guy who, it's a small company, a hot sauce company, Rockin' Grandma's Hot Sauce. And we take an unsuspecting temp hire with us on our company retreat. And so the shenanigans and hijinks are all built around his reactions and actions. And the thing about the show that's great, though, you guys, is that it's not a prank show. You know, it's not a show that punches down at this guy. He's called Hero in our scripts. So the entire series is set up to make him make choices to show what kind of a person he is, to be a good person, and ultimately, at the end, literally a hero.
He's a hero.
He saves the day.
I know, I love it. I think it's a great premise. It's very cool. It's funny. Do you come from a comedy background? Because when I look at
I've done a lot of improv. I've probably done 2,000 live events, murder mysteries, celebrity lookalikes, trivia shows, just
who's
anything.
your celebrity lookalike?
Well, I used to do Jack Nicholson back in the day, and also did I did Benjamin Franklin.
Oh, I can
and
see Franklin.
a lot of The Godfather. I did The Godfather all the time.
He
I met him in Africa. I refuse. You know, what can I say? Huh?
he
So
impers-
yeah,
he impersonated Jane Russell for many years.
You try and do that.
And Jane Russell he performed all over the place, sang in his own voice to dinner crowds and stuff. Not like the stuff they do today. I'm talking about like a long time ago.
No, we were actors. We were not gay guys. Listen,
no, but a body
I never
like
wanted to be I never wanted to be a woman. We performed as women for AIDS. At that time, nobody was giving money to AIDS, and Elizabeth Taylor,
right, she was big
the
on
only I knew her, and she was wonderful to help gay people. So we all got together, and I formed Have a Heart, which is a very famous. I gave it away. I don't have it anymore.
Charity.
But I created Have a Heart, and all the money we made went to the Elizabeth Taylor Foundation for AIDS Research.
That's great. That's great.
So that's why I put on my tits and danced.
But after he did all of that, he actually became best friends with Jane Russell.
Yep.
And for many years, they were pals, hanging out all the time. So that was his best friend,
Right.
Which was cool. And you're old enough to know, because sometimes we bring guests on and we're like, do you know who Jane Russell is? And they don't know who the fuck it is.
No, I definitely know. She was,
They don't
she was Howard, the millionaire zillionaire.
Yeah, Howard Hughes.
No.
Yeah.
Not true.
But didn't he discover her and get her going?
He never discovered her. She was discovered by the studio, and the pictures were presented to Hughes, and Hughes said, yeah, let's see her. She never saw Howard Hughes. When she was making The Outlaw, she had never met him.
No kidding.
She met him years later and never had an affair with him. Never. Because she was married at the time. And Howard Hughes liked little girls. Jane was a big job. Jane was a big
Yeah.
girl. She was not a little petite Terry Moore. Terry Moore was a little girl, and Howard Hughes liked Fate de Morgue. He liked all the 16-year-old girls and little girls. Jane was a big woman, and Jane was a real woman. And I don't think Hughes would have, he didn't feel manly next to her. And
wow.
I've spoken to Jane about this privately a million times. And I said, it's not true he didn't keep you. She said, hell no. Nobody kept me. She said, I worked. No, she said, Howard Hughes, I never even saw. Once in a blue moon, she saw
Well,
me.
I'm a fan of hers. I thought she was wonderful. I thought she was great. What was the
Jane
movie she
Russell
made
was
with Marilyn Monroe? They sang "Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend," or
Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
yes, Gentlemen Prefer
But
Blondes.
Jane
Awesome.
Russell, listen, I've known so many celebrities in my day. Out of all of them, Jane Russell was the best. She was honest. She was real.
No bullshit.
She was a pal. If she was your friend, she'd do anything for you. She was a wonderful human being, and I adore her, and I miss her every day.
Ah, I bet. That's nice.
We had fun together.
She's a legend, man. She's legendary.
No, I had a wraparound sofa in the den in the house we lived in at the time. And she would come and spend the weekend with us. And we'd curl up on the sofa, she and I. And I'd look at her and I'd say, we should have a picture of this boy. Wouldn't that be a riot? Ron Russell, the drag queen, with Jane Russell, the tits. And she used to laugh and say, wouldn't it be funny? And then she'd give me a big hug. So we loved each other very much. And she was flattered that I took her name. And I did. I took her Russell because I loved her.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. That's amazing.
So that's my story. What's your story?
Well, I didn't answer Jimmy's question really because he asked me how I got the job on the show. And I gave it this big build up and
my questions.
No, wait, he'll come back to your question. Go ahead.
So I get an audition from my agent, and they wanted the people for the company retreat show wanted to see a 1-minute improvised video with certain guidelines attached to it. I was supposed to be like at an employee meal, talking to the employees at a place of work and giving some juicy gossip about what was going on in the company that
you got to make it up. You got to make it up.
Totally improvised.
Oh, I love that. I could do that in a minute.
So I came up with an idea. Actually, what happened was I had nothing, man. I was like, what am I going to do? My daughter lives in Northern California. I gave her a call and she's like, Dad, oh, there's a scandal at my job right now. Our manager, she came to our Taco Tuesday and she was getting shit-faced on margaritas and she flirted with this waiter named Anthony. And then she pulled down her pants and showed him her Medusa tattoo. And I'm like, honey, I got to go. Like, and that was the story I told, and it must have worked because
you got hired.
Yeah.
So another thing that's
Wait,
cool.
my question was, have you ever met a celebrity that you palled out with and loved? Out of all your actor friends.
Do you know Johnny Roast Beef Williams from Goodfellas?
I don't, but I'm gonna.
He's the guy that he and his wife they bought the pink Cadillac and the mink stuff, and they find him dead, all slit in the car. Yeah, and he was also James Caan's right-hand man in Honeymoon in Vegas.
Yes,
he's not a huge star, but he's a good buddy. He's quite an actor.
Because most people think that because we're in the business, we know everybody and we're best friends with everybody, and that's not true. Because you're on a movie with a star, and that's it. After the movie's over, the star is gone. So we
right.
don't.
Yeah. Do you know Creed Bratton from The Office? You know Creed from the television show The Office?
I've never seen The Office in my life.
Oh, okay. Well, this is crazy about Creed is that he was also one of the founding members on the rock band. Oh shoot. I can't remember the name of the group. They did Midnight Confessions and Live for Today. You know those songs?
Yeah, I know Live for Today, but I don't know who that is.
Oh man, I'm brain dead is not coming to me. But he was a big star on The Office. Grassroots. Yes. Jimmy, you came through.
I have the phone, which is fun. I like it. So we know a lot of people, primarily because I'm not an actor, so I produce a lot of stuff. I know a lot of people just from this show. We've been on the air 18 years. We have 2 celebrity guests each show, and so
we know a lot of people.
We meet a lot of people, which is cool. And you did something called you actually did 2 Frank Sinatra films. Are they films or TV shows? One of them's called Sinatra Eternity. The other one's called Frank and Ava. And out of all the people in the cast, we know like a lot of them. So you did Sinatra Eternity.
Yes.
and we have it's a relationship between Frank and Ava.
Ava.
Ava. Michael Madsen, we know. Eric
Yes.
Roberts has been on the show. Terry Moore is a friend of Ron's. Lucas Haas,
Who
we
was
know. Terry Moore's in it.
Oh yeah, Terry Moore's an old
Harry
buddy.
Dean Stanton, Tony Dennison. I did a
Yeah, it's a
project
great
with.
cast. Great
Richard
cast.
Portnow is a good friend of mine. Jonathan Silverman, we haven't met. I wish. Robert Miano. And then when in the second one, you also added Spencer Breslin, Catherine Hellman, and Dionne Warwick. Believe it or not, we have a lot of big music guests. So Dionne Warwick's been on our show. And so tell us, what did you do in Sinatra Eternity? Because I didn't know
I was
the name of your character. I don't know who.
I was a reporter that was always there asking Frank questions everywhere he went. It was named Richard Harrison, who's a real guy. Evidently, they had some kind of relationship. But the thing about those two movies is they're both.
You have to clear something up.
Yes.
Oh, this was the actor. It was not Frank Sinatra.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Hey, Frank and Ava. That was not Frank Sinatra performing.
No.
The way it sounded was that he was
No. The actor.
The actor, we have to give him credit.
Yes, is Rico Simonini, I believe. It's something like that. You probably got that in front of you.
I
didn't write it down.
But the thing about those two movies is that they're the same movie. It was one movie that was enhanced into a different version.
Was it really?
And they were both so full of shit.
That's so funny because
I don't know how they created this lie that they called a movie with Ava. Ava Gardner, I mean, Jane Russell. Oh, I can't go into it, but Jane Russell didn't have anything nice to say about Ava Gardner. She said Ava Gardner was crazy, had a rotten temper, was an alcoholic, and could be a bitch on wheels, and tortured everybody around her, including Howard Hughes, because he was after her. And
yeah, that's right. Yes.
He wanted to bag Ava, and Ava used to beat the shit out of him. She hit him with a lamp one time and opened his head up. I mean, she was crazy. So
you can imagine the relationship that her and Sinatra must have had. It must have been insane.
He loved it because Italian men love women that beat them up.
He's Italian.
It's part of the culture. It is. It's part of our culture. If your wife doesn't pull a knife on you and try to kill you in a fight, then you're not married. You're married.
Yeah, well, my wife is from Nicaragua, and there's a lot of the same kind of stuff going on there, believe me.
Latin people are very high spirited.
Oh, my God. Right now, she thinks I'm cheating on her right this very minute. No matter what I'm doing,
well,
and I try to explain to her I'm 71 years old.
Another thing that I think is fun. So when did you do? Because you're a soapy, even though you did 8 episodes of
Yes,
beautiful.
Yes, and that was so much fun. The original thing was there was an older woman in it, and you know the guy that plays like Ron Moss. Moss, it's his mom.
Yeah, he's a very good friend of ours.
He is the most fantastic guy, and the people who played on it a long time ago, so I don't remember their names. But his mother and father, his dad's character, who's on the show for like 40 years, he gets lost in Greenland.
I just met him.
Oh, is that right?
I just met him. Yeah, literally.
His plane crashes in Greenland in the show. So I'm the president or head of the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board. So I call the mom to tell her that the husband's plane went down. We end up, the mother and Ron Moss and I, taking planes, helicopters, tanks, more planes, more helicopters to Greenland to find this guy. That's what we did.
I love them
I
because
think this is him.
they travel with their dog. No matter where they go, they bring Prince. And I love that.
Oh, wow.
Prince,
Wow.
Prince, Devin won't leave Prince for a second.
John McCook. Is that him?
Yes.
Okay, so I met him at a premiere recently of a Sean Kanan movie, Sean Kanan was on Bold and the Beautiful. I don't know if he was on it when you were on it, but he's like one of the he plays Deacon Sharp, I think. He plays one of the big characters on there, and he's a really good friend of ours. And how did you like doing soap opera work compared to regular TV work? Because soap opera work is very quick, I've heard.
Ugh.
So fast, especially the Bold and Beautiful, because it was a half-hour show. So it was like they were pounding the stuff out day after day after day. But Ron took me under his wing. He knew that I wasn't, because there are key lights you have to hit and certain things. And we would go to his room, first of all of us, and run lines, run lines, run lines, run lines, run lines. Then we go out there and he'd show me the key light and keep me in the right spot. And he got me through it. And then when we finally find John McCook, he's shacked up with some beautiful young girl in Greenland in some, like Adobe hut or whatever, an ice igloo. And we go in there and Ron says, "Dad, I'd like you to meet Don Rickles." So that cracked the crew up.
No, it's fun. And
Did you ever go to their house in
No.
California?
No.
They had a driveway because you had to park, like there was like a parking area before the driveway to their house. That driveway had to be 150.
It was like a fucking football field.
150-foot driveway. I'm telling you, to get from my car to his house was exhausting. So they finally moved to Arizona. And
no kidding. Wow.
Yeah, and I said, "How big is your driveway?"
He's like one of the biggest soap opera stars. Like,
yeah,
he's a nice guy.
And you know what? Too,
Yeah.
he's a Player. You know the band Player? They sing that song "Baby Come Back," which is a huge hit. And that's his band also. So he made it in music and in television.
Wow.
And not only is he nice, but I love Devin. Devin is one of the most beautiful women and sweetheart. She's an angel. I love Devin.
And she won the very first supermodel on Star Search with Ed McMahon back in the day. Which
No kidding.
Enough to remember Star Search. So
And
his wife
she
was a supermodel.
she has this little dog called Prince, and we have our little dog called Astro. And we're as crazy with our dog as she is with her dog, so we have that in common.
And Prince has an Instagram page with 50,000 people on it.
Question: do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog, but I love dogs. But I did have a turtle for 17 years who passed away a year ago. It was a red-eared slider. Her shell was about 10 inches round, so she's good sized. And we had a 150-gallon tank that she lived in because she was a water turtle. But I gave her access to the entire neighborhood.
What was her name?
Little T.
Little T.
Yeah. And the thing about her was she was a prolific egg layer, which drove me crazy. Late spring, all summer long, she'd walk around the neighborhood. She'd look for a boy turtle, first of all. And of course, she couldn't find one because there are very few eligible male turtles in Studio City. If we found that out.
Oh, I believe that.
So after a couple of days, she finally figures out, hey, I got to lay these eggs. She would dig a hole, like a golf hole, and lay them and bury it, do all the landscaping. It was like a 3-hour ordeal. And she must have did that a good 90, 100 times over the years. So
what happened to the turtles then?
They were unfertilized eggs. So they just basically.
Oh yeah, that's right. They can't.
So now
that was a stupid question.
Is she still with us?
No, he said
no. Unfortunately, she passed away a year ago. Because she was 21 years old, and
they could live forever. Turtles.
21, he said.
Yeah, but they could live to be 100.
No, not the red-eared sliders. 25 is pretty much a good life for a red-eared slider.
I love it. So you've done all kinds of projects with people that we're friends with.
Wait a minute, I gotta finish my question.
Yes.
When she passed, did you cry?
I still cry. I can't walk the neighborhood without breaking down and crying.
I love you. You're a nice man.
You know, Ron, I'll tell you.
Is a good guy.
I'll tell you something else. The day that she passed, I had to take her to have her put down because she had been sick for some time and it was so obvious she was suffering. I had to do reshoots on our show. We did some little pickup shots, nothing that changed the story. So I had a 9:00 call and I knew she was sick, and then they called me and changed my call time to 2 p.m. So I was able to take care of her and have that all done that morning before I went into work. It was, even just thinking about it now,
No,
you love it. I mean, I'm sure, like with your dog, what's your baby's name? Astro. I'm sure you could think of a half a dozen people you'd rather have die before Astro dies. That's the way I work.
No, hold it. Astro will not die.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm saying I would rather have a bunch of people. I would point at them
absolutely
than my little turtle.
We had 3 dogs, and unfortunately, in the last 2 years, 2 of them passed away. But Astro's still only 8. He's only 8, but he's the love of our life. He's only 7 pounds. He goes everywhere. We take him everywhere, restaurants everywhere.
That's what I said about Devin and Ron.
And that's what
Ron
they
is
do.
crazy about Prince also.
That's great,
He's
though.
a dog lover. Run
You know,
more
and also
streets,
having this
run.
turtle for 17 years, you guys, it gave me such a greater appreciation for other pets and animals as well. You know,
Oh, no,
Absolutely.
I love dogs that much more because of the relationship I had.
If people don't love animals, they shouldn't be on our planet. They
I
should
Absolutely.
leave.
You know, I'll go out in our swimming pool and there'll be a bee flopping around the water and I'll get a branch and take it out and set it. I mean, you know, I'll save any animal I can, you know.
That's what
That's
I
good. He
do.
does
The
that
same thing.
too.
I do the same.
So
But you know what? Sensitivity like this shows up in your work. I know that people who don't have sensitivity towards other people or animals or just the environment allows the actors. They're one face, one-sided. They don't have it.
one dimension.
One dimension.
Right. You know, if you watch our show, if you watch Company Retreat, you'll see it. This entire cast, besides their ability to improvise, but you know, there were scripts too that we adhered to. But the sensitivity that you're talking about and the relationships they create with this guy and we create with each other is it's really something to watch because, like you say, that you see that side of the people in our show that is so admirable.
Anyone I've ever worked with that was an animal lover, I found to be the friendliest and the nicest. And people that didn't like animals were nasty and cold and alcoholics. So there's a reason why people don't like animals.
Yeah,
And
no, I agree. In
it's
fact, you know those commercials that come on that show the starving animals and you know that come on.
He
I
won't
can't-
watch it.
I can't watch them. I can't watch them. You know, I got to change the channel or go get a drink of water or whatever. It's too
I
tough.
get-
to
I
watch.
follow all the
I hit
animal
this- I
channels
hit
on
the-
Instagram and TikTok
I
too.
hit the mute buttons,
Yes,
close my eyes.
and the commercials go on for like 2 minutes. They're the longest commercials.
I
can't-
know. Isn't that funny?
Is it over yet?
The ones that you don't want to see are the longest ones. So
Exactly.
And I said to Jimmy all the time, I said, Jim, back in 1951, 2, and 3, you could not put on television anything that was sad or upset people. You couldn't show blood and you couldn't show any kind of open wounds. It was against the television law.
Yes.
TV was only meant for entertainment, only meant for fantasy, and only meant to make you happy. Today, I personally turn down scripts like crazy because I don't give a shit if I work anymore or I don't. I'm tired. But some of the scripts I get are so depressing and so bloodthirsty and so gory that I say to myself, what kind of people are going to watch this movie if ever it gets made? What kind of people enjoy that sort of negative shit? You.
My wife,
I like
she
horror
likes
movies.
it.
No, I like horror movies. I don't really like, shoot up war, bomb people, but I'm a horror guy. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, but when
So-
I was in movies,
But you don't have any horror movies, right? You haven't done any.
I
horror-
did one called the Attic Expeditions.
I didn't see that, or I didn't write it down.
It's on there, and it's with Seth Green and
I love
a
Seth
bunch of
Green,
really
though.
good actors.
Wait. He wants to go back. What was your
you
question?
stole my question,
Which was?
which is, would you accept a script that is gory, bloody, and gruesome?
It would depend. It would depend.
Depend on what?
Well, if it was gory, bloody, and gruesome, but had some humor to it,
They never do.
But if it was just for the sake of that shock value, no, I don't.
Like a
I don't
Saw
want anything
movie,
to do
like
with
a
that
Saw
stuff.
movie where they
No,
take-
man, I couldn't stand those movies. I saw the first one with my daughter, and I said, and I know I did Seinfeld. Tobin Bell was on the same episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah, I love
that I was
Tobin
on.
Bell. He just
He's
turned
great.
84.
I just finished doing a movie where I played a general, and we had to get the zombies that were in the desert trying to
Clowns.
desert clowns. And I said to the director and everybody, I said, first of all, I understand you're going to kill me off because it's my third movie with you. 1, 2, and 3 I did. I said, but I don't want anybody seeing me being killed with blood or guts or anything like that. and
Yeah.
they respected that. So when they kill me off, all you see are the clowns coming towards me, and I have my rifle, and the bullets are all falling on the floor in my boots, and they cut.
Are these zombie clowns?
No, they're just clowns.
They're
They're
all-
crazy
regular
killer.
clowns.
It's
They're-
called Clown Motel, and so it's just
I think they're
killer
zombies.
clowns.
They eat people. So
They eat people and
they're
shit,
zombies.
but they're not really zombies. They're not known as zombies.
But I won't be a party to any of the blood or guts or negative.
He
shit.
also doesn't want blood in his hair because it doesn't come out. Like fake blood, it's hard to get out of
It's
his
true.
white
Never
hair.
let them put blood.
I've done it. I've had it.
Right? You have pink hair.
It's awful. It's like sugary syrup. Yeah, they cut off my arm and bloodied me up in this movie,
Oh, I said, don't get blood on my hair.
or cut off my hand. That's what it was.
That's
And
so
I- and I
funny.
can't-
That was enough already.
And another movie I was in was The Big Friggin' Rat. That one was a life-size rat that was supposed to rip my arm off, throw me against a wall, and kill me. And then they came running over and they said, Ron, how old are you? And at that time I was 85. I was 85. They said, no, we can't do this. We can't do this because you're going to be injured or hurt. We can't do it. So what they did was they made me go in the basement, and the rat ate me in the basement, and the rat comes upstairs and you see an arm with my wristwatch. So
Where do you see these movies? Where are they? I would love to.
Tubi, now they're on like Tubi. And
Oh, I've got Tubi. That would be great.
I change them. If I have the power to do it, I change them because sometimes it's not necessary to overamp on the guts and killing and blood. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, along a different subject, but the same subject is my wife, who I love. She really enjoys Datelines and those kind of shows, and they're basically an hour or 2 hours dedicated to the misery and sadness of somebody being dead and their family and friends dealing with it while they're trying to find out who did it. And to me, it's like, this
I don't
is
like that.
entertainment. I don't get it.
Your wife
I
is-
don't like those
Your
either.
wife is Nicaraguan and South America. People, no, they love
They're
that.
used to it though. They have a
They-
lot of violence
And you know what? The Italians
in their
like that.
countries.
The Italians
true.
like that too. They love the misery. Italians love it if a little boy is in the movie and he gets hurt.
Ugh,
They
man.
want to cry. They love to cry. So she's just a Latin. That's all.
So
Yeah, I know.
You've done a bunch of movies. You've done a bunch of movies. I just want to mention some of the people that have been in your project. Rivers 9. We're friends with Jamie Kennedy's been on the show. Elizabeth.
Oh,
Holmes.
I also did a movie called Cupid with him on a Hallmark film.
Yes, with Jolie Fisher, who she's
And
also been on our show.
Oh man, she
She's
is the
been on our
best.
show.
Ho, 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 ho.
Jolie Fisher was on our show. He did a
Jolie
movie with her.
Fisher.
Yes,
I know Jolie Fisher.
I know she's been on our show.
I can't place her face.
Billy was doing her hair, and Billy introduced us, and that's how we got her on the show.
My nephew?
No, Billy Hess.
Oh.
Anyway,
oh,
so yes,
I love her, and I
Jamie
also worked with her sister Trisha on I'll Do Anything with Nick Nolte.
Very nice girl. I like. Jolie.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm doing a
love it.
project now with Daniel Roebuck.
Connie was supposed to come on, and she was in a car with a cell phone.
Oh yeah.
Happened, but she couldn't do it, so we had to cancel that show.
Christy Swanson and Mike Manning have been on the show. I was going through your thing, and I was like, wow, the guy,
Wait,
everything
Connie-
he's in, we
You
know.
know, Dan Roebucks and I have a really good scene.
I opened the door. Connie is Connie Stevens, who was the mother.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
No, I'm telling my
But it was
audience.
for the audience.
Oh, sorry.
Of
course I would know.
We know you. We knew you know. So
Right.
Go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
Oh, I was just going to say about Dan Roebucks. He's just the greatest actor, and we had a really good couple of scenes in the film that we did together.
What
So
film?
I haven't
Tell us about it.
called Soaked in Bleach.
Yes, Soaked in Bleach. It's a story of
I love this title. Soaking.
the guy from Nirvana, the
Kurt
main Kurt Cobain. My brain is obviously I need a cup of coffee. Yes, Kurt Cobain. It's a story about his death. It's kind of a docudrama about it.
One of the greatest bands ever. Like for me, that's my generation. So Nirvana for us is like a big deal.
But I love the title. How does the title come into play of the movie? Soaking Bleach.
Something to do about heroin use.
Oh, is
Maybe.
that-
Yeah, that's how he like died. So I have a movie called Carnival that I've not met him yet, but he's going to be in the film. We just shot a teaser trailer for it 2 weeks ago, and We just got a tax credit. Actually, we got a $500,000
Okay, so the
tax
question I
credit.
want to know is, what's your favorite movie to be in? I mean, if a script came your way, what script would you love to do?
You're talking about a movie that in the past that was done. What would I love to have been a part of?
No.
Jaws or
No,
The
no.
Godfather?
Oh, we would do that too. No, he's saying, like, let's say a certain genre came to you. What would be your favorite genre of a movie that you would do?
Right.
Some kind of a comedy, something funny,
Comedy.
something
So
that would
you
make
like
people
comedy.
laugh, make them feel good.
You were in Garfield. That was a comedy.
Yeah, yes, it was.
You know
It
what?
was.
I do drama and people laugh because it's funny. So I could never really be a dramatic actor. I don't know why. Are you that way?
No, fortunately I've been lucky enough to cross over and do both, to do the real serious stuff and the funny stuff. So yeah, I mean, I've done like 40 sitcoms and another 40-hour episodic shows. So very lucky in that regard.
So here's my question then, because I always ask. So my question is like a bucket list question. You've already worked with so many great people. So it's a 3-part question. First part is male and female actor that you would love to work with. They could be living or dead. And then the second part is if you could have ever been, which you kind of answered, in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you have wanted to be in?
Okay. The actor I would want to work with, and this is going to be kind of crazy. It's 2 guys, if you don't mind.
Now, you can do
Dennis
anything you
Dennis Farina
Uh-huh.
or Jerry Orbach.
Oh, so the 2
Orbach.
Law and Order guys.
Yes, but they've
I
done
know
so much more.
Jerry.
I love those guys.
They're
As
both
far as
great
an
actors.
actress is concerned, if I said Sophie Vergara, my wife will shoot me in the head, so I better not say that.
She's fabulous, though. 'cause
Oh
she's
my
so
God.
She's so beautiful.
She'll accuse
Yes.
you of masturbating. They're terrible when they get crazy.
And then yes, my favorite movie, I got to go with The Godfather or Jaws. I mean, those are 1972, 75, and I was 17, 20 years old, and it was just a great time for those kind of movies to be made.
So I love Jaws.
I hate when they do Jaws, and because
I love Jaws.
and then they turn around and they say how old they were when they saw Jaws. Because I was 35 when I saw Jaws.
I was 20, but I didn't know what Jaws was. I was a pool player when I was young, shooting a lot of pool, and I had no idea what was going on in the outside world. And some guy came to the pool and he said, "Hey, you want to go see Jaws?" I'm like, "What is that?" He goes, "You don't know what Jaws is?" I said, "I have no idea." He says, "Come with me." So we went, and I'm like, "Oh, I saw the shark head," and I said, "Maybe it's about a shark. I don't know."
I love Jaws, and it's funny because we had Brian Austin Green on a couple months ago, and in his background he had this big Jaws like creature, in the back because that's his favorite movie. And I collect action figures, and that's the big thing everybody tries to get because they didn't license Roy Scheider. They wouldn't let him license it, so there are no Sheriff Brody, Roy Scheider action figures. They made like one little couple of them, and that's it. So everybody's always looking for.
Why wouldn't they license?
His estate didn't want him to do it, so they didn't. They would have made a ton of money.
Want him to do it?
His estate.
His estate.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They just don't want him to. So there's everybody else. There's a Jaws and there's the other two, Hooper and the other one. There's those 2 guys are there, but there is no Roy Scheider one. So
that's terrible.
I know.
Quint.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I watch Jaws all the time though because it comes on a lot. It comes.
It's
on
one of those movies you're flipping through the channels if it's on. Don't bother me for the next 2 hours.
I'm a publicist for my everyday work when I'm not producing, and so I watch like Netflix or something, and all the Jaws movies came on Netflix, and so basically every day I watched a different one until I went through all of them.
I would have loved to have played the lead in Some Like It Hot, the Tony Curtis part. I would have liked to do that.
Some Like It Hot. Oh my God, it is so funny.
Yeah,
I mean, those guys
played the Tony Curtis part, but I thought, that would be a lot of fun to work on. Since I know what drag is and the tricks to it.
And you've got Brenda Vaccaro's voice now too.
That's right. I have Brenda Vaccaro's voice.
You could sing the low parts and all the songs and everything.
I called her up a couple of years ago, and her husband answered, and he was so rude and so mean. He said she's not here right now, and she's not interested in the business. I mean, give me this whole fucking lecture. And I thought, who the hell are you, you stupid asshole?
Who is this guy?
Her husband, Brenda Vaccaro, I don't know his name, some jerk.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, turned out that they did drugs or something. He did drugs and she divorced him.
Oh, I remember when her and Michael Douglas were an item.
Oh, I remember
Back in
that
the day.
very well because of Lee Winkler. Are you
Yeah, and I think they were living together, I'm pretty sure.
Michael gave her a sapphire ring, and she thought it was an engagement ring, but it never was. And
He knows all the old news.
Wait a minute. When Brenda broke, oh no, she was going out with Burt Reynolds. When Burt broke up with Brenda Vaccaro would hunt him down, looking all over for him. And she'd say to everybody, did you see Burt? Did he say anything about me? Did he mention me? She was fanatical. She was crazy.
Was this before Sally Fields?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Lee Winkler was Global Enterprises. He was the #1 business manager, financial in Beverly Hills. And he was my best friend.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
So I hung out with him, and through him, I met so many movie
We've been very
stars.
fortunate.
I met a lot of movie stars through Lee.
So let's go back, everybody. So this is Jerry Hauck.
Jerry Hauck, how you doing?
You want to see Jury
Jerry,
Duty?
you're a nice guy.
Jury Duty presents.
Thanks.
Wait, what's the rest of it?
You were there. Jury Duty presents Company Retreat. It is a
I didn't
mouthful.
write Company Retreat down because on IMDb it just says Jury Duty presents.
Yeah, IMDb's got it kind of messed
What
up.
part do you play in it again?
I play the owner and founder of Rockin' Grandma's Hot Sauce. I'm the boss. I'm the boss of the sauce, and it's my retreat.
Whose sauce?
Rockin'.
Rockin' Grandma's. And it's a real thing right now. You can go to Amazon and they're selling plenty of it.
Oh my God! Do you guys get a cut of any of that?
I get nothing.
Okay.
No, that's a bad
They've sent me a few bottles of the sauce, Thanks a lot. I'm 70 years old. I need that.
Bad deal.
Yeah.
So you guys follow Jerry on Instagram. He's at Real Jerry Hauck. Hauck. Sorry.
Hauck.
HAUCK. And check out Jury Duty Presents Company Retreat. It's on Amazon Prime now. You can watch it. It's a lot of fun. And check out all his other great things. You got anything new getting ready to come out that we should tell people about ahead of time?
I got nothing right now.
Okay.
But I did the season premiere of Paradise this year. And it was took place on at Graceland. It was an Elvis. The first episode took entirely, which was 5 locations in Los Angeles posing as Graceland. They didn't go to the.
You had to go 5 places to do it.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes.
I love it. So we want to thank you for coming on the show. Congratulations for your fabulous career. I hope it continues.
Thank you. Jimmy and Ron, you guys are so nice. Love you guys.
Oh, and you're
Thank
terrific.
you.
And you're doing really good. And you know what? When you're my age, you'll still be working.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. They want old bags. When they're looking for an old bag, they say get Russell.
That's right, and you have a lot
And
less
then the next
competition
thing
than there used to be.
The next thing they say is that fucking fruit still alive?
Oh.
You gotta love it. Jerry, thank you so much. We'll see you.
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate you all. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank
Have a
you.
good one, babe.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye now.
Yay! Everybody in the chat room love Jerry Hauck. So you guys check him out and follow him on Instagram, Real Jerry, HAUCK. So now, you guys, we're gonna play a video. Everybody, every time a new Mothman Red Eyes Rising episode comes out, we play it on the show. Now we're up to episode 4. You guys can see this. It's on Instagram. It's got its own YouTube channel. It's got its own Facebook page. It's Mothman Red Eyes Rising, and here is episode 4. It's of the Vertical series. Enjoy.
Hey, Raider! Do you think we're getting close?
You don't have to yell, Louie. I'm standing right next to you. And yes, I think we're close.
Oh. After all, none of that mint gold ever showed up on the black market. Yeah, that means it wasn't hijacked and no one has found it yet. Can you imagine what 5,000 pounds of 99% pure US Treasury gold would be worth today? I can imagine it. It's over $300 million at today's market price. A lot of people say you don't exist, that you're just a myth, an urban legend. But I was there. I saw you take down the Bay Bridge. I know you're real. I thought you were trying to communicate with me. Maybe warn me before the bridge came down. I know you don't trust me. I'm an outsider. I get it, but you're Rusty's best friend, and I suspect only friend. Listen, we don't even know where to start looking. I looked on the map. The old mill road is too big for 3 people to search in one night. Rusty may not make it until morning. I don't know where else to turn. Please. All right, big guy. So should we just follow you? I'll take that as a yes. Let's go, guys! While I'm still young!
Wow. What's that?
Hey, Jake. I didn't realize you were still young.
I'm not. I was just trying to get us on the road before we lost our guide.
The guide? What guide?
Is that? Yes, Frank, it is. Do you remember when you told me there is no Mothman?
So, what do I do?
Follow that Moss Man.
Where are you, my friend? I'm cold and I'm really scared.
Did you hear that? We are not alone here. We need to hide. Someone will come looking for that kid. Shh.
Frank, I think we're getting close. How do you know?
Mothman has stopped flying forward and is now circling over one particular spot.
Rusty! Are you down there?
Mama! I'm here! I'm down here!
Thank goodness the Gold Goonies have good taste in climbing gear.
I hope so.
Hang on, kid, I'm coming to get you!
Jay, I hear you! I'm down here!
Didn't I tell you? Never ride your bike in caves at night?
You never told me that.
Hey kid, you ready to get out of here?
I sure am, Jake. We can do this, Dad!
That's right, Rusty. Almost there.
Jake, I know where the gold truck is. I saw it. But don't tell anyone.
All right, Rusty, you did it.
Oh, my God, you're okay!
Mom, look! It's beautiful!
Yeah, it is, Rusty. Friend helped save you. He showed us where you were.
I knew he would.
Me too. Now that Mothman is real, we have a real opportunity here. I see a Mothman museum and a Mothman festival where thousands of people will come and have fun.
Oh, Dad, who's gonna come to that?
Well, I'll come! That would be so cool!
That kid knows where the gold is. I want that kid. Bring me that kid.
Hey, everybody. So that's episode 4. The next one comes out in 2 weeks. But I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching because I think we got about 300,000 views in 2 days.
That's really good.
So it's fun.
And to think none of it's real.
And none of it's real. That's right.
That's really good. Meanwhile, we look like we're bleached out. We have no blood. Look how white we are.
That's okay. What do you want me to do?
Well, in person, we're not that color. So can't we be the color we are in person? Why? I don't want to be white like that.
I don't
look
know.
like I passed away.
I don't think we can fix that. In the meantime,
Too bright.
let's see.
Too white.
Let's see. Better?
A little bit. No, it's still white.
Nothing I can do.
I don't like these lights.
Oh, well, that's what they make. So anyway, you guys, so our next guest should be calling in a couple minutes. We're going to take a quick music break. We're going to play Gabe Lopez, California Blues, featuring Belinda Carlisle from the Go-Go's. So I think you guys will dig it. Check it out. And we'll be right back. Enjoy it.
Ah.
When all the waves come crashing down and I get lost with you, I'm found. Oh, and we take on the neighborhood, the bad and good of Hollywood. Oh, all the girls and demons collide at the sunset door. They can change the stars in your eyes when I look into your California, California. You take away my California, California blues. And all those sinners wanna taste, they try to steal your heart away. Oh, but your love never disappears, like here the summer's for a year. Oh, on the fruits of Malibu Drive to the sunset shore, but it's all I think is your mind when I look into your California, California blue. You take away my California, California blues. It's a Mexican kind of love that burns over in my veins. You're the best that I've ever loved. Hotel California insane. It's a Mexican kind of love that burns all the sense of my soul. You're the best that I've ever loved. Never go. California, California California, California blue. All the things and dreams collide, they can change the stars in your eyes. California, California blue. All the things that never be right, when I look into your California, California blue. You take away my California, California blue. California, California blue. California, 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 California blue. California, 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 California.
So everybody, that was Gabe Lopez. Unfortunately, he passed away recently, and he was a great artist. And he also that song was put out by Spectrum Music Group, which I worked for like 25 years or something. So it's very cool. It's a great song though, and he's a great talent. And I love Belinda Carlisle. I was like the biggest fan. The first time I met her, I was like totally fanned out. But that was back in the days where you didn't have cell phones and people didn't carry cameras and stuff. So it's like I don't have any pictures of it, but it was a cool thing.
I regret that I don't have any pictures. I wish I had cell phones back in the 1950s. Boy, would I have pictures today to show the world.
I know, wouldn't that be fun? At least you have pictures with Jane, though.
Well, yeah.
And Mr. Blackwell, I think you have some pictures of Mr. Blackwell.
But that's only because they were best friends. But I mean, people I knew back in those days, when you met a star, you didn't ask for a picture because they would get upset. They were not allowed to be photographed unless they were done by professionals with the right lighting, makeup, and hair. So if you caught them off guard with the wrong lighting and makeup, you couldn't take a picture of them. They wouldn't allow it because it would show you how ugly they really were and not how beautiful they are. So we never carried cameras. You couldn't. I mean, if you did, they'd ask you to check it at the front lobby or the foyer.
Who are some of the people that you would have had pictures with?
Who would I have pictures with? Betty Davis.
That's a big one.
Rita Hayworth.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. The list is just too much. Too
It's
big.
hard to think of all that, right?
Rock Hudson. The men. Let's think of the men.
Rock Hudson.
Burt Lancaster.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Right. There's just a big list. Big list. And a lot of them I met for 5 minutes. I was in the company of people that they came into the company, you know. So it wasn't like they were my friends. Who I could call my friends were Mr. Blackwell. He was my dearest friend. And Jane Russell, my best friend. So they're really, and Terry Moore, who's still alive. She was a sweet friend. So Rhonda Fleming, not Rhonda Fleming. I hated her.
Arlene Dahl, but you have pictures with her because you interviewed her, so at least you can take them off the
I
video.
have stuff with Arlene Dahl. So I don't know. There's just so many celebrities that you meet. You could not ask them for a photograph. You couldn't. It was just not done. It was rude. And you didn't even want to ask them for an autograph because it made you less than who you were. In other words, if you met Rita Hayworth and you asked her for an autograph, that put you in the section of a fan. But if you just ignored it and treated her like a
That was
person,
like she was just like a regular person.
then she thought of you as her equal and didn't treat you like a fan. So you had to be discreet in those days.
All right, so now let's bring on our next guest, you guys.
Yes. Woo, woo, woo.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up,
guys.
Freedom? How you doing?
What's up?
Are you on a phone? Can you turn it sideways or no?
Well,
There you
you
go.
know, now with AI, we don't know if AI will allow us. It might tell us, I do not want to be turned sideways, sir.
I love it. All right, let me do an intro now that I know that we can hear you. Hey, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, singer, songwriter, producer, rapper, and frontman of CNC Music Factory, Freedom Williams. Hello, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
This is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Ron Russell.
How you doing?
What's up, Ron?
That's an interesting shirt you have on.
Why? Oh, what shirt is this? Oh, yeah. Selena. That's my girl. That's the girl. Yeah, that's Selena. We all love Selena.
I love it.
We all loved her.
She was the one that was murdered.
She was killed by her fan band manager or something.
Club manager person, which is freaking
Club manager.
terrible. So
Ron, I'm in Brooklyn right now. What's your name again, buddy? Ron and who?
Ron Russell and Jimmy Star.
Jimmy Star, that's right. Jimmy, you're a superstar. I heard of you before. You're a legend.
Well, so is Ron, just a different age group legend. But Ron's from Brooklyn also. You were raised in Queens and born in Brooklyn, and now you're back in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was raised in Queens, born in Brooklyn. I ended up back in Brooklyn in like 87 because it's just I had to have a place to stay and I had to have a place to live. So I ended up living in Brooklyn.
Where were you in Queens?
I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. I went to August Martin High School. I went to 192 in Queens with Jam Master Jay and Hollis. So I was in the Jamaica Hollis. I grew up in Cambria Heights.
Okay.
That's so funny.
I was born in Red Hook.
Okay.
Raised part of my life there, and then we moved
Red Hook.
We moved to Astoria, Queens. And
I got into I crashed my motorcycle in Red Hook once.
My teen years I spent in Astoria, so we have a lot of time. So
Red Hook is really popping.
Yeah, we've heard. We're in California. He said Red Hook is really popping now. Yes.
Well, it's always let me rephrase that. It always has been popping, but now because they're figuring out what to do with the water, it's really, really Red Hook is a very interesting part of New York City.
Oh, I love it.
The mafia ran it, and they didn't let anything happen to it. Or they didn't even let people in it.
Yeah.
They used to screen you. In other words, if you hung out, if you hung out at the club, which was the Italian club, and somebody out in the street was a stranger, they would go out and say, "Who are you? What are you doing here? What do you want?"
Right.
It meant that you were a cop or a detective or whatever. It
Mhm.
was such a mafia nest of all the great mafia guys came out of Red Hook.
Yeah.
So
That's why they call it Red Hook.
they cleaned it. What do you say?
That's why they call it Red Hook.
Right. They cleaned it up.
Bloody Hook.
Now I was born in the Red Hook projects.
Wow.
That's the big thing.
So did you live in LA for a while also?
Me? Yeah, I lived in LA. I lived out in Canoga for a while, for about a year. I used to spend a lot of time in LA, 6, 7, 8 months in LA. But then, I would live out with these Kardashian type chicks, and we would hang out and just go to the gym and eat sushi and drink champagne. And I was there for like 8 months, and there was a whole house of us, a whole bunch of girls. It was like 5 girls. We would hang out every day, a couple of guys. And then one day, about 8 months into it, I was like, man, I got to get back to reality. So I came back to New York because it wasn't. We was not dealing with reality out there.
So let's tell everybody. So you guys, Freedom Williams, he's the co-founder of CNC Music Factory. He built one of the most recognizable brands in dance music history. More than 8 million records sold. Everybody knows "Gonna Make You Sweat." Everybody Dance Now, of which you have. That's like probably one of the most well-known rap verses in music history. They also had "Here We Go," "Let's Rock and Roll," "Things That Make You Go," all 3 hits, #1. So first of all, how was that? How was that for you in general, like doing that? Did you like totally like dig that shit? Because I know that just happened in a weird way.
Yeah, I dug it. I mean, I always wanted to be a musician since I was played trombone for 3 years, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade. I was in the plays in school. So theater and rapping and stage performance has always been, I'm an Aquarius and we're air signs. We like to be in the space of the unknown, right? So I've always liked the theater and the stage. I was in theater in college, but theater and rap is, it's Public Enemy, KRS-One. It's all theater, right? Rock bands, Kiss, Metallica. It's all theater. We don't look at it as theater because we think of it as, well, that's commercial, and theater is something that you equate with commercialization. But it's all theater because we're not, if you're on stage with a guitar and a bass and a drummer and a microphone, it's not live television. It's not scripted. So it's literally theater.
Yes.
And most of us perform inside of a theater.
Actually, too, I
Right.
saw when you went before because you mentioned Jam Master Jay before. I actually back in the day, I was a well-known clothing designer, and I dressed Elton John once, and he brought us as guests to a concert in Florida. I lived in concert, and we were his guests, and I actually had front row tickets right next to Jam Master Jay, so I actually got to meet him.
Yeah.
Very cool. Uh-oh. What happened, Juan?
We lost him.
We lost him. Which, you guys, we're not playing any CNC Music Factory music because I know we'll get flagged, you guys. So that's why you're not going to hear any of these songs, but you can look them up. Like I had told Ron earlier, like his music's so popular in the 90s and 80s and 90s, and he's like CeCe Peniston, but actually he sold more records than CeCe Peniston. And we're going to ask him if he knows her when we come back because he's playing around all the place now. I know he's playing in Brooklyn this weekend at Paragon, which I don't know what that is, but
the Paramount.
Paragon. We lost you. Hey, what happened, Juan? Is that you, Juan, or that must be him? Maybe take him out and bring him back.
Yeah.
There we go.
I got you, Jimmy.
There you are. Hey.
We don't know what happened there, but
no, when I got somebody call me and they would leave me a voicemail and it was kicking out my audio.
Oh, that's terrible. Anyway, I have a question for you too. So first of all, we want to give you a plug because I know you're playing at a show at Paragon this weekend on Friday, right? In Brooklyn.
Yeah, and tomorrow, right? No, today's Wednesday. It's Friday. Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, on Friday. So do you perform a lot? Do you perform
Yes.
a lot all the time? Like, are you playing all over the place?
Yes, I've been the last 15 years has been very well, I've been touring. I've never stopped touring since 1991. I've always been on the road. It's the one place where an artist can build a brand, the one place where the artist can hone his craft. Other than the studio, it's the one place where the artist can improve. It's constant practice. So I've been really blessed because, last 15 years I've been doing, 45, 50, 55 shows a year. It's been last 10 years I probably performed in front of 2, 3 million people.
Do you
Like
do
it's been
like a lot
really
of like? Do you do like a lot of legacy artist tours, like where there's
yes.
like?
Yeah,
Do you,
I've
do you,
I've done the I Love the Love. I've been on the Love the '90s tour for 10 years. Myself, Young MC, Tone Loc, Rob Bass, Coolio, Vanilla Ice, Kid and Play was on it. DJ Cool, Salt and Pepper was on for a while. TLC was on for a while. That's a
we
legacy tour. Color Me Bad, All for One. That's a legacy tour. Um,
we actually met Rob Bass. So we're friends with Stevie B, and he invited us because he was here in the desert with all the like the freestyle people. But Rob Bass actually was one of the people performing with him. So since we were backstage meeting everybody, like we got to meet Rob Bass. It was like Trinier, Sweet Sensation, Taylor Dane. But they've all been on our show anyway, so we kind of like knew all of them already.
yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
fun. Do you ever get to do anything? Do you know CC Peniston? She's a really good friend of ours.
Yeah, I do. I've done a few shows with Cece. She's a sweetheart. I know her pretty well.
Yeah,
I've known Rob Bass but before we were making before Gonna Make You Sweat in CNC. We're talking about '87. I knew Rob Bass because he was in Harlem. I used to hang out with him. We were friends before we were both making records. Me and Rob.
I love it. So you keep track with keep keep in contact with like the old people and the new people.
I'm very different than most artists. Most artists change their numbers. You don't. I'm a very accessible artist. That's not. I'm not common as most artists. You can get me on the phone. You can catch. I live in Bed-Stuy. I live on Fulton Street. There's 2 million people, 3 million people in Brooklyn. I don't live in. I have a place where I spend a lot of my time in Florida. But when I'm home in New York, I walk outside at the barber shop. I go to the bodegas. I go down the block to Nostrand Avenue. I'm very accessible.
Where in Florida?
Fort Lauderdale, the Hialeah, yeah.
Okay, because I'm from. Well, I was born in Miami and I grew up in West Palm Beach. I went to high school in Jacksonville, college in Gainesville. I'm a native, and then I lived in Boca.
Wow, nice.
But I was a clothing designer, and I had clothing stores in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. So,
Wow,
so it was a lot of fun.
nice.
And I want to
Open
say
design.
sunglasses is not because I want to be cool. It's because I have eye infection from the fucking desert that we live in. The sand goes in
Wow.
your face and it wrecks you. So I can't
No.
see.
The sunglasses are because I want to be cool. So I don't know what to tell you
No,
about that.
I just didn't
Well,
want.
he had his on earlier, and then he took them off when you came on, and I was like, because he had them on for our interview before you, and I think it's funny.
It's the bright lights are hurting my eyes. So,
Okay,
You still look cool. You still look cool though.
oh, thank you.
so I got some questions for you. First, but I want to ask.
Can I
you some
smoke my
questions.
can I
Yeah,
can I
you
smoke
can
my cigar while we
You
talk?
can smoke your cigar. Actually, you can smoke. You can do anything you want to do. I want to ask you some questions about your CNC Music Factory days, and then I want to
Okay.
find out more about some of the new stuff that you got going on. So, first,
Yeah.
my first question is: do you think it's a blessing or a curse that you have had one of the biggest dance records ever made? Has that been? It was great when it happened. Has it continued to be great, or was it like also like a negative thing as it's harder to get other songs out there?
You see what I'm smoking? I'm smoking a cigar you can't buy in America. I bought it in Morocco. I was in Morocco about a year ago, and I went to the cigar store and I bought the cigar called Horatio, and they don't sell them in America, only in North Africa and in Spain. And I was in Spain a month ago, and I bought a box. So I'm saying
So
it to
it's a
say that
blessing.
it's always a blessing.
There you go. That's a good answer, and I think so.
I don't think smoking is a blessing at all.
No, he's saying the fact that he
Well,
gets to travel to
no.
get by them.
Traveling is wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, well, cigars. Let me tell you something, Ron. I mean, Ron, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Cigars is the elixir to the gods. They found tobacco in the stomach of an Egyptian king, but there's no tobacco that they were growing in North Africa. So they knew that there had been contact between North America and Africa. Cigars have been used for thousands of years as ways to communicate with the spirit world and ways to raise your vibration. Now, in order to be a cigar, I have sat in many, many cigar bars. I don't smoke cigarettes. I've never smoked cigarettes. I don't really smoke weed. I'm not against anybody smoking weed. I just don't have time to roll a blunt. And this is when I smoke these, I'm sitting in my office and I'm contemplating. This is why in colleges you see the guys with the pipes, because it's a very contemplative form of engagement. And cigarettes are full of chemicals and they ammonia and chloride. But cigars, they take the leaf, they let it sit in the trees, they roll it. The great George Burns says he's outlived all of his doctors.
You never
I
know.
don't know what to tell you. Mhm.
I had a friend that died from mouth cancer from
Oh,
cigars.
that's probably bad pussy.
That was a good answer. Did you hear what he said?
That's from eating bad pussy. Talk to Michael Douglas about it.
There you go.
That's hilarious. That was funny. And George Burns, that's funny too. All right, so what do you remember about actually creating your rap for Gonna Make You Sweat? Did you write it quickly or did it evolve?
No, I was homeless at the time and I was living in an abandoned building in Brooklyn. And from time to time, I had been living in the studio in Quad on the 8th floor. And Carla Schiffarelli, the manager, came in one day and she said, Freedom, because I would stay there for 2 or 3 days and I would wash up and have my makeup cosmetic bag with my toothbrush. In the back of Studio A, there was another little studio. Studio A was where Steve Winwood would record. It was a big band. It was the big live room, right?
Yes.
So she said, have you been home? I said, yeah. She goes, no, you haven't. You're staying here. So she allowed me to stay in the studio. But between that, I was living in an abandoned building. So when I wrote Gonna Make You Sweat, I wrote it politically first. Because I always write all my music, I normally write from a political place, meaning what's going on around me. What's in my name? Rap by the very nature of what it is. Music by the very nature of what it is, going back to the cigar, is politics. They tell people, oh, we're not a political group. Then that means you might not exist as a group, because the nature of all music is politics, because all politics is local.
Okay.
So anything that you write, if you're singing a song about your girlfriend, that's politics. It may not be voting or gerrymandering or human rights. Well, if it's about your girlfriend, it damn sure is human rights. So all politics, all music is political. There's no such thing as, some people say, well, I'm not political. The fact that you just said you're not political tells me that you're political because you're trying to be the adverse to politics because you don't want to get in political trouble. That's politics.
That's actually true.
There's no way around it. This pen is politics. This cigar is politics. You can't buy them in America, only North Africa. Glasses, everything is politics. So the question is, I wrote it politically, and I was talking about I was homeless. So what was I going to write about?
Homelessness.
So I was writing about partying, but I was like, yeah, we're going to fight. It's almost like Public Enemy said, fight the powers that be. It was that kind of record. But I knew that I was working with David and Robin, and they're not really political. I'm the political guy. I'm the conscientious person. I said, well, how do I make this song a dance song? So I wrote it, and the third time that I wrote it, I used to take a candle. I had a ginger beer bottle, which I still have. It was my nightlight. I had no electricity. So I would put a candle in the bottle, push the candle down, and put a new candle in it. My friend, actually, after years later, when he helped me move, I forgot about the whole bottle. He had taken the bottle and he put it inside a plexiglass encasement and put an inscription on the bottom of it about overcoming struggle. And he presented it back to me years later. And I said, "Oh shit."
Cool.
I said, "Oh shit, my ginger beer bottle." He said, "Yeah, when we moved you, I took it and I because that was, so I wrote it from that perspective, but I knew that the guys I was working with wasn't that thinking that way, and I knew that it was dance music. Dance music is very political. I mean, we don't look at it as politics, but when you think about the dance community, everything about the dance community is anti-establishment. We're not partying for our right to fight, but we're fighting for our right to party.
Right. We have a
Right?
lot of dance music artists that in the past, I'm very good friends with the girls from Expose. It's more freestyle. We know all the freestyle, kind of people. But in general, as far as like musicians who come on the show, like we've had Earth, Wind, and Fire, we've had Kool and the Gang, we've had Chicago.
Yeah.
We get all like you, all the people who sell zillions of records.
Yeah.
Actually, like come on here and. So,
and I've been in the company of Johnny Mathis 3 times.
I see if he knows who Johnny Mathis is. Do you know who Johnny?
I
Mathis
thought my mother was gonna marry Johnny Mathis when she divorced my father.
No, I was going to marry
Because you were gonna marry him. You should have. Because my mother she could sing, and she would always sing Johnny Mathis. We had a lot of Johnny Mathis records off the Price Lock records. All kind of records in my house, Earth, Wind, and Fire, whatever. And when she got married, I was like, why don't we just marry Johnny Mathis and get the hell out of the hood?
Well, Johnny Mathis is gay, so that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, I came to know that later on, but at the time I wasn't thinking about that.
Ron loves Johnny Mathis.
I love him.
Oh yeah, I do too.
When I met him, I loved him even more because
I do too.
Gentle, kind, loving man you ever want to meet. He's a wonderful human being.
Yeah.
And it shows in his music and in his singing.
Yeah.
He's not political. None of his music is politics.
But that goes against my point. See, what you got? Yes, but love is political. See, you're not understanding me.
No, it's not.
When you understood it, when you deliberately try not to be political, why? You cannot live in America and not understand politics, racism, sexism, homophobia. It's impossible. So when you choose not to be political, you're doing it to save yourself because you want to emit a different energy other than the energy that exists every day. That's a political choice.
No, you're right. I get the point.
You understand what I'm saying? Like everything we do is
love is not political. Love is a gift that one.
Love is a gift in its purity. If you're in a pure sense, if you're living in a decent, pure world, love is pure. You understand what I'm saying, Ron? If you're living in an equal world, if you're living in a fair world, listen to me. Let me finish. I'm gonna show you something. If you're living in a fair world,
I don't agree with you because
I know, but I want you.
You cannot bastify love.
No.
Love is a
I know that love is not political.
We're over talking each other.
No, like my very good friend sings about it. Love is a beautiful thing.
Oh, he might know her. I don't know if he
you know him, of course.
No. Oh, Leon. Do you know Leon from Leon, the actual actor? But he's also got a band called Leon and the Peoples because he lives.
I know him.
Yeah, he's a good friend of ours.
Did you ever hear Leon's song "Love Is a Beautiful Thing"?
It's a really good song.
It's a beautiful song,
it's not really a dance song.
And he's a beautiful person. So love is a beautiful.
But he's not saying it's not.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Love is not political.
I've never put music. I've never compared music to politics. Music belongs to everyone. We know that. There's no such thing as color, ethnicity, or sexuality. Music, you could be gay and sing a love song, and it could be a man you're singing to. Or if you're black, it's a black person. Or if you're white, it's a white person. So you want. Love belongs to everybody.
It does. But let me just say this last thing. Before music was commercialized for monetization, it was spiritual and religious. You played at festival. The Native Americans would dance to bring the rain. They would dance and drum for war. They would dance and drum for ceremony. So the essence of the creation of music always has a purpose. And love is not always the purpose. Even though we're all created in love, we all of love, we all love. We can't, when you say the word politics, people get scared because the people around us are so corrupt. So they make you think politics is bad. The nature of politics is going to school, is going to the grocery store. Everything we do is politics. That's my point. You cannot escape it. The food, you think you have a choice when they say Coke or Pepsi. It's literally the same drink.
No, it's not.
Well,
It's, do you know that Nike and Puma are brothers? The founder of Adidas and Puma were two brothers.
Oh no, I didn't know that, but I know
Th-
that
th-
I don't like Pepsi and I like Coke. Pepsi tastes
Well,
good.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Okay, all right. So let's go with this then.
I live in my world. You live in your world. I've never
I
lived
live
in
in.
that world.
I want to live in your world too.
You can't be political today because if you're political today, you have enemies. People are mean and rotten and evil. You cannot express yourself anymore as we did back in 1950. There's no longer freedom of speech if you want to get political. You open,
Yes, that's true.
you open your mouth today and you say the wrong thing, and boy, oh boy, you get blasted. I'm 86 years old. In my day, if you had a political opinion, you could voice it and people would listen and be respectful about it. That's the word, respect. We've lost respect for one another, for everybody in office, no matter which office it is. There's disgusting people out there that want to violate and trash everything and make America trash. That's my opinion. So I don't live in that world, freedom. I live in the world of love. I live in the world of kindness and goodness and positivity. Nothing negative comes in my life. The minute it comes in my life, I kick its ass right out because
I have a resort that I'm
I have
building called.
I have no room for negative people or
Oh, wait.
negative talk.
You have a resort. What does that mean? Like an actual resort?
It's a resort. I own a construction company, and I built the house I live in. I build windows from scratch. I build frame. I do concrete, masonry, anything. So I'm building a resort in the Caribbean. It's called the Freedom Williams Love and Kindness Resort.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Good. I like that. I like
That's
that a
beautiful.
lot. That is beautiful. Very
Mhm.
beautiful.
I agree with you with love and kindness. It is the essence of all things in existence. But I can't divorce myself from what I'm dealing with because, and I don't hate it. I don't hate the politics. I don't hate, the world is the world. Some people said, when is the best time to be alive? I said, the time you woke up.
That's right.
It wasn't 1760.
Freedom.
It's
Freedom.
mhm.
You could blow it out your ass from now until the cows come home about politics. The only thing you have left that you could possibly do is vote. That's the way you're going to change things because by voicing your opinion, people don't give a shit. They don't.
They don't. I agree with you.
They don't
I gotta
listen
charge
to
it.
you.
They don't listen. I agree with you. I gotta charge my phone, so I gotta turn the
You know,
camera
they
on.
have their own opinions and they're not going to change it.
That's
And
true.
they say like stick to music, stop politics. We tell that to actors. All these actors that come forward and blast the president or this one or that one, we tell them you're an actor. Don't be a politician because you just
I completely disagree with that. I
No, but
absolutely disagree with that.
No,
You
lost fans.
No, you could how what are some of the great senators? Bill Bradley was a musician, was a basketball player. There are some politicians who grew up listening to music, and some of the songs they grew up to forged their opinions to do right or do wrong. You cannot say that because I'm a rapper or a singer, I shouldn't talk politics. I absolutely disagree.
I never said that.
He's not
I
saying
never
that.
said that. What I'm saying is, let's take for an example a very famous actor, like what's his name, the guinea that I don't like.
Oh, Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro has publicly said, fuck you, Trump, fuck you, Trump, fuck you, Trump, publicly. To me, that is disgraceful to say about anyone. No one should say that about another human being. Robert De Niro has lost work and fans. He's lost millions of people that hate him because of his ugliness. You cannot be ugly if you're in the entertainment business. You must. Lana Turner, who I knew, you know who Lana Turner was?
Yes.
Oh, do you?
Lana,
Hey, that's cool.
Lana Turner said to me, remember,
Very
Ron,
familiar.
she said to me, Ron, remember one thing. If you're in this business, remember this. Everybody's wonderful. Everybody's nice. Everybody's talented. She said, keep that up and you'll go far. The minute you opinionate, you're shot. And I agree with
So what
that.
do we do with Public Enemy? What do we do with Bruce Springsteen? What do we do with rock from the 60s? What do we do with James Brown? What do we do with soul music? It was all political.
Yeah, the music is.
I love James Brown. Are you crazy?
James Brown said he was very political.
His music is political, but he didn't go out and say terrible things about people.
Well, yeah, well, that but my point is, and that's my point. You're right, but he still had to live in a political world and voice his opinions. Eminem has done it. Madonna has done it. Almost the greatest actor in the world, Marlon Brando. You can't live in that vacuum.
I don't live in a vacuum. You don't know me. I am 86 years old. I've been through all of it. I remember the day when we would not allow anybody to use the N-word, okay? And when it was used, we white people would get offended for the black people because we knew how hurtful it was. Also, fag, queer, homo, fudge packer, all those things hurt gay people. And we knew how painful it was to gay people. So people have been politically evil by using those terrible words, because if they don't like black people or what the black people stand for, they use the N-word. And the same thing goes for the trannies or the gays or whoever. We've got to stop this. We're human beings. We've got to stop punishing each other. We have to start to embrace.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
And love each other.
I agree with you.
And
I agree with that.
Elevate each other to a level
I agree with that.
of terrificness. And that's
I agree with you.
That's my political.
So we've only got 7 minutes left, and I want to ask a couple of questions.
Right, we'll get back
Number
to theater.
Let's go back to theater and music real quick. So you got tell us about new music coming out. You got anything coming out?
I got a lot of good. Yeah, man. Life is good, man. I'm working on some music now. I got a song out now that's doing really well on Big Mac Entertainment with a guy named Mark Walker. It's called Into the Future. It's doing really, really well.
7 remixes you did. I saw.
Yeah, it's doing really, really well. And then we got more music coming out. You know, I've got so many songs. I've done so many songs over the years. I must have 6 albums that I can put out right now. Because I don't put them out, you know, I'm a creative, right? If I'm a playwright, I might not promote and produce every play, but I'm going to write it because it's the practice of it. You know, if I'm a script writer, I might write 20 scripts. So if I'm a novelist, I might write 5 novels and produce 1. So I have a cacophony of songs that I like. And some of them are very dancey. Some of them are bluesy. Some of them are political. It's just how I feel and how I'm expressing the colors of my life. But, you know, the songs that I have now with Mark Walker are really good songs. And we made those songs a few years ago. And we took them over to Brian over at Big Mac Entertainment. He loved it. And so we're going to do some more music. And, you know, I'm the kind of person, I never really do it just for people. Like I do construction. And people say, post your stuff, your kitchen you just built. I look at it as colors. You know, when you walk into a space, how do you flow around the space? When you sleep in your bed, where's your bed placed in your room as opposed to by the doors, feng shui. But I don't always post it because I do these things because I love to do them.
Right.
Not because I'm looking for monetary value or acknowledgement. It's just the creative process. I was in theater in college. I was actually a history major and a poli-sci major. But I was always in the theater department because I loved the expression of theater and acting and being on stage. and it's the same thing with music. It's just very colorful. So I always have music, and I'm always putting out music. And if I don't put it out, sometimes I won't for 2 or 3 or 4 years. But I'll try them on the road, like when I'm doing shows. Like, I do an hour show, a 10-minute show. I got a 30-minute show. I got a 45-minute show. I'm always tweaking it. And sometimes I'll say to my DJ or whoever I'm with, that song I gave you last week, I want to try it tonight.
And then you see what the audience is.
Now, would you call your music club music? I don't know if they use that word anymore.
I don't know if I would call it dance music. I grew up on R&B and jazz, but then hip hop happened in my life, and I started rapping in 1977, 78. I don't know if I would call it hip hop. It's hard. I've always never wanted to really box a label of music because, it's, you're going to make the music that the environment that you live in. If I grew up in the 70s, if I grew up in the 60s, I'd be making R&B or jazz or soul or rock and roll. If I grew up in the 90s, so you're really a product of your environment, really. Mozart wasn't going to be a rapper.
I'm going to talk about when I was a kid.
You got 3 minutes.
When I was a kid, there was a group called the Ink Spots. Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
The Spots were the first black groups ever to come on white radio. And they had a shit fit. White people were writing in, get those ends off the radio. We don't want them. What are they talking about? And the Ink Spots to me were, if I didn't care for you.
Well, one of my favorite groups is Toto, but my second favorite group, I love Kool and the Gang, is the Pretenders. I love the Pretenders.
Oh, I love the Pretenders.
Martha and
one of my favorite groups.
Martha and the Vandellas.
Yes.
I loved her.
Yeah.
You better wake up, before we wake.
Yes. I'm the great Pretenders.
Yes.
The Platters.
We're actually really
that is Platters.
We're really good friends with the saxophone player for Pink Floyd. And he was the saxophone player for Toto.
Well,
that's Toto was one of my. They can't do no wrong.
Tell you a quick little story.
They can do no wrong.
I had the pleasure of meeting and falling crazy in love with Kathy Sledge from Sister Sledge.
That's my girl.
Jimmy said, "Why were you so emotional? You knew Betty Davis, and you got so crazy over Sister Sledge." I said, "You know why? When we were depressed and we were held down because we were gay, she came along with We Are Family. And she made us gay people get together and say, yes, we are family." So I love her for that song.
Yeah. I just did a couple of shows with her.
That song was political.
Yes, it was. I love Kathy Sledge.
We're actually
I love her and her sister.
I love her and her daughter too. Her daughters are cute.
We don't know her daughters, but we've got a couple events with them.
They came from a beautiful Christian family. The mother raised those girls to be nice. I love them. I love Kathy.
So hang on, everybody. So this is Freedom Williams, guys. Check out his new single, Into the Future. It's got 7 different remixes. You can follow him on Instagram at official .freedom.williams. And there's another one that's at CNC Music Factory, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And if you're in New York, he's playing at Paragon in Brooklyn on Friday night. 8:14 on Friday night. I want to congratulate you on all your success and all your
thank you
that I know is coming. We want to thank Holly Davidson for setting this interview up with us because we're out of time. And we'll see.
And I wish we were in New York. I'd come see you.
I would hope so. Well, I don't go on to 2 a.m. as you know. It's a night thing. So yeah. That's not him. So you got. I'm saying is that you got time.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Freedom. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Freedom, you were terrific. You gave us.
Love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. And remember, loving kindness. That's the key.
That's right. Loving kindness.
That's the key.
Love makes the world go round.
All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye, Freedom.
Take care, Freedom.
Hey, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Jimmy,
This is MC Alfred. I'm just chilling. Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC. You can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.